On October 14, 1983, Constable David Utman was assigned to walk the beat in the Bayshore area. By noon, he was at this mall to meet a girlfriend for lunch. He sat with his back to the wall in the gourmet fare restaurant. That's when Peter Collins walked into his life.
In a recent series of interviews with the Citizen, Collins, a prisoner at Bath Institution, has publicly revealed for the first time his detailed version of events that fateful day. According to Collins, he went to Bayshore to rob a bank. He was on the lam after escaping from the Ottawa Detention Centre. He was out of money. He cased the bank on the ground floor of the mall, but was rattled by the presence of Constable Utman. Collins says he watched the officer take a seat in the restaurant. He poked around Radio Shack for a while, waiting for him to leave. At one point, Collins says, he even gave up and started to walk from the mall, but he convinced himself to turn back. I kept on talking to myself about always being on the run, never following through, he told me. I talked myself right back there, thinking I'd be able to disarm him and handcuff him to the table. He could have gone for a walk, returned an hour later. Utman would have been gone. Instead, Collins marched over to Utman with his gun drawn. He told the officer to hand over his weapon. Collins fired a shot into the wall. He says it was to show that his gun was real. Utman slid out from his bench. He walked towards Collins with his nightstick outstretched and urged him to drop his gun. Collins backed away into the mall concourse. Collins says he was trapped into a confrontation he had never imagined. He swore at Utman, yelled at him, told him not to come any closer. Utman kept telling him to drop the weapon. Collins knew time was passing, that the police had probably been called. Then the officer keyed the microphone on his walkie-talkie. Collins says he shot low enough to injure, not to kill. But the bullet struck Utman in the chest. He would die in hospital of massive internal injuries. He was 38 years old, the father of 2 young children. Collins says he can't rationalize what happened. He knows now that Utman could never have handed over his service revolver, that his plan was reckless, ludicrous. I ruined all these lives and my own, he told me. I know what I did and how fucking hard it has been on so many people. I'm not looking for sympathy. It doesn't matter at this point. Collins now has advanced bladder cancer. He has asked the parole board to release him so that he can die at home. Utman's family is opposed to that idea, but Collins' friends and family say he has done all anyone can do to make up for a terrible crime. For his part, Collins says he's done his best to address his failings during his 32 years behind bars. If I had one last thing to say, he told me, I'd say I regret the people I've hurt and the pain I've caused them.